up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. If you guys were watching the video on the S15 last time, we took the motor out. It's on the floor right over here. Transmission, harness, everything is out. Today what we're going to be doing is actually taking the transmission off of this thing, taking all the accessories, the harness, and we're going to be putting it on the engine stand. This thing needs to be rebuilt. The Heady G
well,
needs to be rebuilt.
Technically,
but it's fine,
but
we're going to replace it.
Yeah,
just want to make sure this motor is going to be built. That's the only reason why we're kind of doing that. So by the time it gets back into this car right over here, you know, he won't have any issues when he does start to drive this thing. So we don't want anything going wrong, and we don't know when this was last rebuilt. So it's good to have a fresh new Heady G in it. So.
Yeah, that's for sure. So that's what we're doing, and honestly, it runs great right now. But so our goal is like whether I like it or not. How many SR20 we got going on here? We got my S15. I know
S15.
Those are SR20.
This one.
Yeah, that one is SR22.
Alright, we only got two right now. We got two.
Different animal. We got two. We got
the third one.
Japan.
Third one incoming. Yeah.
And you want to do this one day, right?
Eventually.
Eventually.
Yeah. If it's not like 10 grand by the time I do it.
Right. So I guess our point is isn't it kind of nice time that we know this engine
and what we're doing,
Brandon,
exactly.
Without, you know, I know they don't mind helping, but it's time to learn how to do it, like this stuff. Head gasket, we should be able to. So this time I will have Brandon come over and have him do like, you know, do the stuff. And we're gonna be, me and you gonna be watching and actually learning from him.
Yeah, so we definitely need to learn that.
Next time we are doing ourselves. So this is the last time we're gonna get babysit.
Oh yeah. This is the time to learn.
Yeah, and then obviously, you know, we're not getting into like a piston yet. You know, that's hopefully we don't need. This doesn't need it. Like we don't know, right?
It sounds good though. So
yeah,
I don't think it needs
take it off and then oh no moment. Hopefully not that.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
Because we got so much work to do already. So, but anyway, let's get going. So this video we're gonna take everything apart, and then hopefully in next video we can put new parts. Like already all this stuff are coming in. All this new timing stuff, gaskets, you know, on the water pump and the pickup tube and stuff like that, you know. So I want to make this basically a new engine as possible with just putting new head bolts and all that. So that's all to it. So that hopefully when he drives, this is gonna be a cruiser car for him. You know, he never have to worry about.
He's got no issues. Yeah, it's reliable. That's
exactly.
What you want.
That's what I want. We not looking to make powers, you know, but it's gonna get tuned so that it's gonna be really good for it too. So again, Nick is gonna take care of that. So but today we know I wish we can tune it, but not that level yet. So we're gonna do that dirty work today.
And now we're taking this out. This is transmission bolts. They're all gonna come out. And then a couple more down there.
Yeah. But the thing is, we are not using this transmission for this because this is 6-speed. We're using 5-speed for the daily one. I mean, I don't know. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I had stock 6-speed transmission is not that strong anyway. Also, it's not that this is not a drift car anyway, so it don't really matter. But this is a cruiser. 5-speed is fine. On this car, he should use the 6-speed anyway. So we're gonna keep that for this engine once that other one goes on. So we're gonna keep this transmission. But we gotta get it off. So
that's what we're gonna be doing right now. Just a couple more bolts left. I think this one over here. There's probably like one more on the bottom. I think we should be good.
Yeah.
Yuki's doing the starter now, taking the stuff off for it.
Yep.
Transmission just came off. Actually, it was really not that bad. And come over here. Here's the transmission. Looks really not that bad. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, maybe you just
definitely.
By himself.
Yeah, it's actually lighter than some other transmissions we've done. So I picked this one up. This is lighter than the RX-7 one. I'm not gonna lie. So.
Or maybe you got stronger because you've been hitting the gym bad.
That is true. This pressure plate is gone. Gone. Absolutely gone. This is junk. We're not even gonna use this. I've never seen one of these before.
This one
is a first.
Yeah, it's a cover. Like every one of them has.
Never seen a cover for your transmission housing, but that's a first. What is it? Is it supposed to be like a gasket or something?
No, it's not a gasket. It's so I think the dust doesn't come in or something. I don't know.
Oh, but that doesn't have a view window? Oh, it doesn't. Okay, interesting.
I don't know why is it there for, but.
All right, so I guess that's an early Soviet thing.
Right. Look pretty clean though. I mean.
Yeah, it's really not that bad.
Well, as we talking, we got the starter out with the harness. Nothing cut, nothing broken connector, mint.
Another thing that we got off. So now what we're gonna be doing is taking the grounds off of this thing, taking the harness that goes on the motor off, and we're gonna take the clutch off, and we're gonna put this on the stand so then we can move on to the intake, the alternator and whatnot, and we can take all that out and then we can kind of strip this down to the bare block.
We are so pro, we know what we're doing.
Hell yeah. What is it, like the 5th time we've done this?
Right, yeah.
Well, you've done it way more than I have, I think, but this is my 5th time doing it, so we're doing not too bad, not too shabby, I'm not gonna lie.
Alright, what do we got? Oh, the harness. Did you break any clips? Because we're gonna need it.
No, these came out so easy.
Locked in.
So, look at this. This is crazy. This guy, right? Do you see the burn marks on this?
Yeah.
Seeing this guy was either doing crazy burnouts, clutch kicks, didn't know how to drive. Maybe he lived on a hill.
Yeah,
So,
but he used an right parts though. That's a Nismo crap.
yeah, so this is a Nismo clutch. So that's a pretty cool thing. I'm not gonna lie.
So apparently I didn't know this. After I built the Japan car, people told me the Nismo clutch, the red one, the copper mix, is the probably best one clutch for the transmission too. Apparently, so.
Yeah. But pretty cool. This is gone too. You can see all the burn marks on that.
Yeah,
It's pretty rusty anyway.
yeah.
So.
Oh, it's getting a new one anyway. So.
Put new everything, new flywheel, new pressure plate, new clutch.
Yeah.
It's gonna need it.
Well, I wonder. Like, I think this one is for the 6-speed. I think so. And that thing getting resurfaces anyway on that one.
This
but
one
yeah.
resurfaced.
But I think I need a number 15 one for the other. I think that's for the 6-speed. I don't know.
It's kind of heavy, no?
I don't remember being like that on the. I don't know. It's been a while I've seen it, so I don't know if the 5-speed and 6-speed are different. I don't know. I gotta look into it. So.
Wow, you can look at the burn marks to the actual plate. So.
Oh yeah, it's coming out of it.
Yeah.
The heat,
That's
almost,
crazy.
Yeah, almost like welded together on the
Right.
clutch. But now that the harness is gone, it's looking like a really clean engine now. Look at. It's
Yeah,
like a
look
nice
at that.
that's the Ole SR20 right there.
Oh yeah. Now we can put this on the
Engine stand,
the
yeah.
engine stand. So we're
Yeah.
gonna go ahead and. Got the thing that actually attaches to the motor. This is like the sleeve part.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, we are so smooth with this too. Remember when we did your G, we struggled so hard on this.
Well, the Z was weird because like it's like off-center V6.
I know,
it's
but
in a weird spot.
well, that too. But I think it was more unexperienced at that point. Yeah. All right.
So we're gonna move this back a little bit.
Yeah,
we're
'cause it's
going
gonna
to
hit, yeah.
smack the car.
Right. Okay. So let's put this one on.
We just got the engine from
It's
the
the
stand.
it's always the best feeling, right?
Yeah, it actually is.
Well, it's actually best feeling when you're driving it. Not that.
But when you're taking it apart,
Yeah.
it's one of the best feelings.
Yeah. Right. For sure.
It's like first best feeling is taking the transmission and you know, it's
Yeah,
like
smoothly
putting it on
too.
the stand.
Yeah. No fighting it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
crazy.
This is nice. So now we just gotta take it apart, get to the head gasket, and then she's going back in there one day soon.
Okay. So this is the engine on the stand. You can see there's still a bunch of stuff we still need to take off. We got this right over here. I don't know why they welded that there. I don't know if they were trying to put two like things together, or they like bent this and they tried making their own like 35-degree bend like oil dump pipe right there, and then it broke and they welded it back together. Never seen that one before. Apart from that, thing needs a little cleanup, but we're gonna start taking it apart really soon. We're just putting this back together. Then we can have more space over here to work. But honestly, it looks really clean. I'm not gonna lie, it looks really clean.
All right, turbo came out, intake came out. Mike gapped me on taking the intake. I was very slow on the turbo. But anyway, almost done. So we're gonna remove the head once this stuff come out. I was thinking like, I mean, maybe we don't have to take this off, but we're gonna change the oil not the oil pan, the front oil pump anyway. So we gotta take all that off anyway. So, and then we're gonna be changing the strainer for the oil on the bottom. So all this gotta come out anyway. But yeah, again, it's still pretty clean, pretty nice. OG SR20 right here. Alright, look at, we got basically everything to strip out, pretty much everything we need to get the head off.
Yeah, it's really not that bad, to be honest.
Yeah, so at this point, we're gonna still change the oil thing, which once I remove the front bearing thingy, look, the oil was leaking. So I'm glad we're doing that. That's why you do this kind of stuff, because you know you can reseal everything and it won't leak. But good thing though we did, because you know it's pretty quick. It wasn't leaking to begin with, you know, because we sat there for a whole year. I had no drip, you know, on the oil. But you know, it's kind of like, it's an old engine end of the day, so it's nice to seal. So far we haven't been finding no like, oh no, that's a bad thing or whatever, you know, or the minor gasket problem or whatever, right?
Yeah, nothing really major.
So we are going to remove the head gasket soon, which if you look at it, this one is already removed. Like,
what?
Is that metal to you? Is this head gasket metal to you?
Yeah, it seems like it's metal.
I think it's already been down before. So, but we're gonna do it anyway, just so we
Unless
know.
that's OEM. And OEM.
No, OEM is not metal like that. I just noticed that. Yeah, the OEM would be like this material type gasket stuff. So you should probably, minute you get it, just
like
toss
that.
it, yeah.
Oh.
You know what? I might have it. When you buy a brand new gasket, this is like a OEM, you know, part number. This is the OEM gasket, by the way, right, for the SR20. And you get this head gasket. This is a garbage one. You never use OEM because these are junk. Known for junk. So these are the material. I think this one is different. I think.
Yeah, it looks metal.
Yeah. So
And
someone already did the job, so that's pretty good.
this one doesn't have the little metal plastic, the little tabs on it. You can see right here. This is like little, that little circle right there. That's a little piece of metal.
Yeah.
So definitely not the same gasket whatsoever.
Right. So that's good news. Yeah. So we're gonna clean it up and we're gonna start taking off the heads.
We're doing that now.
Yeah.
Oh, Heady G coming out.
Yeah. Alright, so we got the bulb cover come out. How's that looking inside? Oh wow, pretty clean, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Way better than that Kate.
That's freaking awesome. Look at the inside. Wow, I'm pretty impressed on that.
That KA looked way
Yeah.
worse than this.
This is
really clean.
well, that's the difference between the currently good running engine. Like we know this engine run, like we drove the car here, so.
Yeah, exactly.
And the KA was probably just sat there forever, so I'm just like looking at internal wise, that's like pretty nice.
Yeah.
So-
I mean, even for a drift car, this is really nice. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, definitely you can see the bulb cover gasket was replaced at some point. It's a new one, and even like all this is like no dirty, nothing. So that's awesome. All right, well, so I think that's it. I just wanted to pop the head off, bulb cover off a little quick just to see. Well, so I'm glad the inside was very clean.
The motor, honestly, looks really good. The entire thing, super clean, even though it was in a drift car, then got imported. This is gonna be it for today. So in the next video, you'll see us tearing apart the whole thing. We'll have Brendan come over. He knows how to do the head gasket jobs on these. Especially taking out the cams and the timing chain and all that. We don't know how to personally do that. And then put it back together and then have it timed correctly. So we're gonna learn how to do that. We're gonna learn how to do the head gasket and if it needs any machining work on it. So it's gonna be pretty cool. We're gonna learn all together. We don't know how to do it. It'll be our first time. So if you guys enjoyed the video and learned something maybe, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, share the video, and we'll see you guys next time.